We begin with that breaking news from Prince George's County, Maryland, where several drivers are trapped in some pretty significant flash flooding. This is on Annapolis Road at 71st Avenue in Landover Hills, although it looks like, some parts of it are receding, and that's, I guess, what happens with flash flooding, right?
Yeah, Our John Henry is live there on the ground. And John, what are you saying there?
Well, Lorenzo, and Leslie, this was a significant flooding event. It actually happened in several locations throughout the county. Where we are right now is Riverdale and Kenilworth. They're pretty close to that intersection. Take a look. This is a parking lot. There's a van right behind that truck that's stuck in the water. There were several cars that are stalled out actually right now that are receiving assistance in this parking lot as well. There was so much rain that came down that some people here told me that their cars were swaying in the water. You can take a look here. This is how high up my knee is. There was one gentleman who told me the water came up to his knee in his car and then flooded out the engine. Now, a little farther north from where we are on Kenilworth, we know there are several cars that are also stuck in water there as well, according to Sky9 visuals that we've had. But people here are saying that this water came out of nowhere. We knew the storm was coming, but not like this. The other thing that we're also talking to people about is just concerns for the future, especially being next to Anacostia River, the northeast branch, because it is rushing right now downstream. So they're trying to make sure people aren't close to those rushing waters. But we're going to go all throughout Riverdale here and try to survey the damage the best we can here. Guys?
Yeah, and John, we know this is also not too far from the BW Parkway. You're talking about rush hour. When you were getting to the scene, how was the traffic situation?
Traffic was very, very bad all throughout this area in Riverdale Park. Coming up Riverdale, coming up Kenilworth is probably a no-go right now just due to all the delays and detours that you'd have to take. You may want to give it at least an hour.
Hey, John, we could see from some of the video that parts of the flooding is starting to recede, but it doesn't look like that's the case directly behind you. Can you see where there's a little bit of a break starting to form?
I mean, the water's definitely going down in this part of Riverdale Park, but there's still a lot of water that's left. And that's where we are. Once again, Landover Hills, there's another location that's got flooding there too. I would imagine it's going down, but we haven't been able to keep our eyes or get our eyes on that yet. But here in this part of Prince George's County, it is going down for right now.
All right, that's the good news right there. And again, with flash flooding, it comes up in a flash. Yep. And that's why you have to be so vigilant when it's raining like this. And this, of course, is the result of the heavy downpour that just kind of sat there. And really just sat for a while.